In the quiet stillness of a sunlit meadow, a striking white horse stands, its coat gleaming like freshly fallen snow. Yet, beneath this pristine exterior lies a gruesome secret, a horrific barnacle wound that tells a tale of nature's merciless grip. As we draw closer, the sight becomes a chilling juxtaposition of beauty and horror. Barnacles, those tenacious marine creatures, have claimed a grotesque patch of flesh on the horse's side, transforming a symbol of grace into a canvas of suffering. This unsettling image compels us to explore the dark world of barnacle infestation, a phenomenon that, while seemingly alien to land animals, reveals the harsh realities of survival and the often overlooked connections between species. Barnacles, those small crustaceans with hard calcareous shells, are notorious for their ability to latch onto unsuspecting hosts. In this case, the white horse has unwittingly become a host for these relentless invaders. The barnacles burrow into the skin, creating painful wounds that can lead to infection and severe discomfort. As they cling to their host, they extract nutrients, weakening them. The sun beat down on the savanna, baking the earth to a dusty, cracked surface. A lone acacia tree stood sentinel, its gnarled branches casting a meager patch of shade. Beneath it, a magnificent leopard lay, a picture of raw power and beauty. But something was terribly wrong. Its normally sleek, tawny coat was matted and caked with something dark and viscous. A tremor ran through its body, a shudder of pain that echoed across the silent landscape. As we drew closer, the stench hit us, a cloying miasma of decay and sweet, sickly honey. It was then that we saw it, a sprawling mass on the leopard's flank, a gruesome testament to nature's unyielding brutality. The beehive, a living, buzzing honeycomb of torment, had taken root in its flesh. This wasn't your typical bee sting. This was a full-blown infestation, a living nightmare. Thousands of angry bees, their stingers buried deep, pumped venom into the leopard's body, a constant barrage of agonizing pain. The venom, a cocktail of toxins, attacked the leopard's tissues, causing them to swell and fester. The once pristine fur was now a gruesome tapestry of bleeding welts and oozing sores. The bees had consumed vast quantities of the leopard's blood, leaving behind a grotesque, hollowed-out cavity. The leopard thrashed and roared, its cries a desperate plea for relief, a howl of anguish that pierced the quiet of the savanna. But its efforts were futile. The bees, their hive now a part of the leopard's living nightmare, clung tenaciously, their wings a frantic blur as they defended their domain. Day by day, the infestation worsened. The leopard's strength ebbed away, its body a battlefield of pain and infection. This wasn't just a biological event. It was a macabre dance between predator and prey, a brutal reminder of the raw power and indifference of nature. The bees, driven by instinct, had claimed this creature as their own, their hive a grotesque parasite clinging to the leopard's fading life. It was a stark reminder that in the wild, survival was a constant struggle, a merciless game where the weak were devoured by the strong, and even the mightiest could fall prey to the smallest of creatures. This spectacle, this horrific tableau of suffering, should be a chilling reminder of the delicate balance that holds nature together, and perhaps, just perhaps, a reflection on our own role in this intricate web of life. We, with our advancements and our supposed superiority, often forget that we are just a small part of something much larger, something wild and unforgiving. We build our cities, our civilizations, and we think we are separate from nature. But the truth is, we are all connected, all part of the same grand, terrifying symphony. And sometimes, nature reminds us of that in ways that are both beautiful and deeply disturbing. The leopard, its life slowly slipping away, becomes a grim symbol of this interconnectedness. A reminder that even the strongest can fall, that even in the face of overwhelming odds, nature finds a way. And that perhaps, in the end, the only truly constant thing is change. A change that can be as swift and brutal as a swarm of angry bees. In the heart of the wilderness, where the sun casts its golden rays upon the tranquil landscape, an unsettling sight lurks in the shadows. A deer, once a symbol of grace and beauty, now marred by a grotesque affliction. The creature stands in silence, its body adorned with a horrific barnacle wound, a testament to nature's cruel and often bizarre realities. As we draw closer, the camera captures the stark contrast between the deer's soft, tawny fur and the hard, crusty barnacles that cling to its side like malevolent parasites. This is not just a wound. It is a chilling reminder of the relentless struggle for survival in the animal kingdom, where even the most majestic can fall victim to the strange and unsettling intricacies of life. Barnacle infestation, a phenomenon typically associated with marine life, can also occur on terrestrial animals, albeit rarely. These crustaceans, normally found clinging to rocks and boats, can invade the skin of unsuspecting deer, embedding themselves and creating grotesque, barnacle-laden growths. The infestation begins innocently enough, with a few barnacle larvae finding their way onto the deer's skin, perhaps after a drink from a contaminated water source. As they settle in, they secrete a hard shell, forming a protective fortress around themselves while simultaneously wreaking havoc on their host. The deer, unable to shake off this unwelcome burden, suffers in silence as in the heart of the African savanna, a sight both shocking and grotesque unfolds. A lion, king of the jungle, is marred by a horrific barnacle wound. This majestic creature, once the embodiment of strength and grace, now bears a gruesome reminder of nature's cruel indifference. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is met with the unsettling image of barnacles, those seemingly innocuous marine creatures, clinging to the lion's skin like a grotesque necklace of despair. Barnacle infestation, a phenomenon typically reserved for whales and ships, has found its way to this terrestrial predator, leaving us to ponder the intricate and often disturbing relationships within the animal kingdom. Barnacles, small crustaceans that thrive in marine environments, have a unique life cycle. They begin their lives as free-swimming larvae, but upon finding a suitable host, they settle down, cementing themselves in place for the rest of their lives. In this case, the lion, perhaps wounded or weakened, became an unintended host. The barnacles, with their hard calcareous shells, create a barrier that not only disfigures the lion, but also invites infection and disease. Each barnacle, a tiny fortress, draws nutrients from the lion's body, slowly draining its vitality. The sight is enough to make the viewer recoil in horror. A once proud predator now reduced to a canvas of suffering, a stark reminder of the relentless struggles for survival in the wild. As we delve deeper into this dark narrative, we must confront the ethical implications of such